Dark Shepherd here. I'm a little girl this time. I wanted to go over this because I mentioned it last week, and the hand tracking for this one is actually really good. Like, it does track fingers really well. Not so much mouth movements at the moment. The problem with it is this is called Webcam Motion Receiver. It does require a subscription. So I have the page over here. So this is the actual page itself, and then I guess that's it. So it does require a subscription of $1.99 a month. But that's why I'm just kind of showcasing it. I do actually like the hand tracking way better than the DNS motion tracker. It does a really good job, even if your hand's in front of your face. But you have to stay within the camera parameters. And you all already know what I look like. Where's the chain thingy? So it actually, like, if you stay within the parameters of the camera, it does a really good job of actually tracking the hand motions and the body. If you're doing, like, you can do full body to where you stand up like that. But it says right here, make sure your hip is visible. I'm not standing up, so yeah. But I just wanted to show this. I thought the hand tracking was really cool. So I'm gonna see how long it takes to switch back to VC face, because that's one thing I noticed, because I said I'd talk about it. So for this one, we're gonna get out of the well, actually just shut it down, and we have to go into VC face. Where is the thingy? There it is. And we have to go to settings and general settings. Change this back to, well, that is 3333. Okay, so guess we just start the camera for this. And that's on 3333. Start. So we have movement. It's not as great as it was, but my model still works. So as you can see, I did go ahead and change the glasses. Let me go ahead and shrink that, get rid of that. And that's what I was actually going to show this week, is how I did that. So I did actually add my earrings and the glasses to my model, and then change the colors. So I like the way this, outfit looks a lot better than the other one did. And I'm just going to go over kind of how I did the customization. As these glasses are from Daz, and how I got them in here. We can go ahead and grab all of this model and move it to a new collection. New. And move you and you into here. Because when we pull that in, it's not a big of a deal. Kill that collection. We have a new collection. We're going to go to the Daz, not importer, Daz to Blender, import. And I'm not wearing pants. Hoping it won't show all of that, because I don't even need the model. Okay, so it pulled it in that way. So the only thing we need off of this model is the glasses. So everything else can go. Hide the rig. Grab the glasses. Move off to the X. But we need to actually find them and detach them. So in here we have to find them. And we can grab everything else. And delete. We just needed the glasses. And we have to take them out and actually add them to this collection. And then delete this hierarchy. And the glasses still stayed there. So in this one, we can bring this collection back, and we have our model. So we can hide these glasses if we want to get another pair. Bring the shader back, and now we have these glasses. So we go to 1, grab, move up, scale up. We actually have to change the set geometry, set origin to geometry. I forgot screencast keys again. If I can find it. I just got a new add-on, so it may have moved screencast keys. There it is. Okay, so scale that up. Make giant sunglasses. Well, these look like sunglasses at the moment because we actually have to change the alpha. Let's go with Control 3. Move down, scale to make it actually kind of fit the ears. On the X, and you won't really notice it that much. We go to shading, and for the glasses we come to the slot for the lenses, and we're going to change the alpha. So that's actually how we get the lenses to actually look like real lenses. And there is, on this, there is light refraction. Just a little bit, but still, it's there. So the earrings, how I did that, I actually think I kept the originals from the other model. So I'd actually have to bring him back and then get rid of him again. But how to make those is really simple. It's not that complicated. I forgot about that for that collection. How I made them was I took a cylinder. I think I took a cylinder. Might have been circles. I took a cylinder, squashed it down on the Z. Then you take another cylinder, scale it, go up on the Z, shift, control delete, and then you have a ring. Then edit, grab the outside edges, go to 2. You probably just could just add a bevel modifier to this if you wanted to. Control B for bevel. Probably actually will add a bevel modifier. I didn't do it this way last time, but it's okay. Wow, that's probably because we have really bad geometry. So we may not want to add that. We'll do it the other way. It's not really that important we even do that. You could just leave it like this. Let's leave it like that. It's fine. Shade smooth. They're tiny. You can't even really see them if you look at my head. So we're not going to worry about it. But that's kind of how you make the earring. And then just go to shading and turn it black. Add new. Go to black. Up increase metallicity. Drop roughness. You can make like shiny black metal. Maybe a little bit of roughness. And you got yourself an earring. And then all you do is, you can instance it. So you could, Alt D. And we have another one. Or we could Shift D and duplicate it. And then you're going to just bring the model back and then put them in place, which is what I did. So grab that. Bring back the collection. And we actually have 2 pairs of glasses in here. But that's how you do it. And so positioning the earrings is the same process as just like moving them around. So you have to rotate them and do all the fun stuff. And then once you set them, I actually have 2 pairs of glasses here. Yeah. So how you set them to where they actually will rotate with the head. So in here, if we actually go to pose mode, grab the skeleton, go to pose mode. If I rotate the head, like you can see my head moving and the glasses and the earrings stay in place. These are parented to the bone. So if we actually grab this bone and rotate it, you can see that the glasses aren't moving, which means I deleted the wrong ones. Which that's actually pretty good for demonstration purposes. So how we do this is we have to grab the glasses, shift select the armature. If I remembered, we go to pose mode and we're going to parent, so we control P, to the bone. So the glasses are now parented to the bone itself. So now they will move with the bone. And the same process for exportation. So we go into our VRM setup. I think those are the top. Yep, nope. Where was it? It's right there, okay. So whatever version of your model you're on, and then we just export. We don't, because this was imported from Blender Studio, it already has everything set up properly, so we don't need to really change anything. So we just export this with our new custom stuff that we had, which that's with the props, the earrings and the glasses. But I didn't go over the color changes. So let me do that real quick. So in shading, we on this model, we get up, that's object mode. For our clothes, actually, I'm gonna say, we go to shading. So in shading, we're looking for specific things here. So the same applies to the slots. So the slots are gonna be what we're looking at. And you can kind of use a bit of knowledge or just go through and mess with certain things. So the body, top, you got one piece, I think that's maybe something. You got shoes, and the hair. So when we grab this different stuff, we're gonna find out particular things, because this is a pretty big hierarchy, but we only need one thing. Hey, it actually worked. The thumb doesn't work, but I can count. Anyway, we don't need to worry about any of this stuff except for this. The lit color. That is the only thing that matters. So if I change this to black, that's what's changing, is that right there. So the lit color, because we're using lights, if you were to change something in VC Face, it wouldn't look the same as far as what we're looking at. So we have like unlit color, we have different colors here. So lit color, texture alpha, shading colors, emissive colors, rim colors, all this different stuff. But if it's lit is what we're concerned with. So there's gonna be lights that we have in VC Face. I can change the lighting if I want to in here, but I'm not going to. But for every little thing that we do in our slots, that's what we're paying attention to, is this lit color. So if I were to change this, see, I can make my, ooh, that's not bad looking. Red vest, I kind of like that. Ooh, hold on. Got slot 2. Change this to red. Okay, now that kind of looks more badass than what I've got on right now. I mean, I like the gray, but crimson is also a really nice color. Let's darken that a bit. I like that. I don't want red boots, but I do want kind of red accents on the boots. So we'd actually go down to boots, well, shoes. I think it's this one. So we could do that. And this applies to any clothing item that you get out of VRoid Studio for your models. You can actually do this, but this is how you customize it. So you go to each one of these slots, and then you'll just change the colors. But it's just the lit color. So I actually want to mess with the hair real quick. Hair black. Can I change the color of my hair? Well, this says it is white. I guess I can. So it's the base color. So if I gave it a red tint, yeah, we can't really lighten it at all. I like the newer version. I like the different colors. I like the glasses. I've got my earrings. So I'm happy with it. I do think this version would look probably a little bit more, I don't know, interesting. I mean, I could go to VRoid Studio and give myself, you know, red eyes to match it, like the crimson. So the eyes that I have, I don't remember if it's 2, which ones? Those are check marks. Let's just say this. Oh, that's the face. Crap. But the color, you can come over to irises, and we can adjust the color to make them red or a crimson. And then you can export that model and bring it into Blender, mash it up with this, and then the eyes match, or the clothes could bring out the color of the eyes. But yeah, I'll go over the Unreal stuff next week probably, and recording separate sources for videos for OBS, because right now this is kind of baked into the recording. I can't move this around unless I grab the camera over here in OBS and actually physically move it. I can move it that way, but I want the ability to do it in post. So if I want to take this and then move it over here, I can do that in post. So I don't actually have to do it while I'm recording, because if I'm in the way, I don't realize I'm in the way, and I find out later after the recording's done, then I have to edit something. I either have to do some really weird stuff with AI or something, but I want the ability to actually just do that without having to worry about it. So it records the separate sources of one's recording the camera, one's recording the background, and then they just overlap. So I'll worry about that next week. The chroma key isn't working at the moment, but yeah. I'll see you next week. Any questions, concerns, or comments, feel free to leave them below. Thanks.